undefeated in Big Ten play so far. Let's do this thing. First possession goes to the Buckeyes. Theory getting it to Taylor. Remember, Celeste Taylor, number 12, is the transfer from Duke. ACC Defensive Player of the Year a season ago. McMahon goes to the spin cycle early. Gets her own rebound, and the Buckeyes are on the board. And this is our first time seeing that press we've talked about.
And disruptive right away, Zora. Scoring is important for Ohio State because it allows them to set up that 2-2-1 press that they're so famous for.
Iowa leads the country, the Big Ten in scoring. They go quickly to Clark. Here's Ohio State the other way. McMahon, she went inside first, just off the mark. Scrappy play to start. It'll be a 3-second call, Iowa basketball.
Movement off the ball where Clark is special, and guess what? Ohio State was ready for it, met her right at the rim with a defensive wall.
Notice Iowa going over the top of that press. That's exactly how they want to attack it. Hannah Stolke through the contact will go to the free throw line. We had a chance to chat with Caitlin Clark, and they feel confident going up against the Ohio State press because they've done it before. They've won the last 2 meetings against the Buckeyes. Ohio State getting into its offense. Sheldon from the outside.
And Celeste Taylor, her defensive prowess, as we noted earlier in the broadcast, is one that really makes their press go.
Marshall, little pump fake, stop and pop. She knocks that down and gets hit on the way.
And that's something about playing against a pressing team, is you can't let them speed you up. You got to take your time, really read the defense. Excellent by Marshall there.
Iowa now with the 4-point lead. Couple minutes pass by here in this first quarter. Sheldon with the ball. She leads this Ohio State team in scoring. Lisa Bluter says that Gabby Marshall is tenacious on defense. Bluter in her 24th season leading these Hawkeyes. Of course, led them to a Final Four season ago. Marshall will step up from the outside. That's just short. Ohio State hasn't gotten a field goal in a couple of minutes.
On a dribble weave offense here, but can't get a touch of the paint. That is one of the keys for Coach McGuff.
Kevin McGuff has led these Buckeyes for some time, over a decade. This is a team that got to the Elite Eight a season ago, and he's got a lot of experience in this game.
Absolutely does, and he's done a fine job here at Ohio State. And this is one of his more veteran teams. Got a number of 5th and 6th year players. That experience he hopes plays off.
McMahon with the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, you're seeing the strength and power of Cotie McMahon early in this game. She is a matchup problem on the inside. Whoa,
nice dime from Molly Davis down to Stolke. She was left all alone.
Beautiful with the no look.
Don't sleep on Molly Davis now. She's put up some double-digit performances this season. Transfer from Central Michigan.
And you're absolutely right about Davis and how she has progressed and become more comfortable in a very important role in the starting lineup for Lisa Bluter.
Davis's second season here at Iowa. That's Ricky Harris. She holds the follow-through. One of the go-to reserves on this Ohio State team.
And with the foul trouble of Celeste Taylor, Ricky Harris would be relied on to step in and play big minutes in this first half.
Caitlin Clark looked for it. She has yet to score in this game. She loves this move. Right to the left for a 3. She got it.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, Zora, the way she creates space to get her shot off is really what makes her special. But as a post player,
getting it going. This is McMahon. Already has a deuce. Mikolashikova. That's good. She had a season high 20 points. Multiple threes in the last game. She has the ability to move this offense for Ohio State out.
Especially when your 5 player is one of your best 3-point shooters.
Again!
Yeah, your best bet is to try to keep her out of rhythm early. Let some time tick off the clock.
a familiar spot, that left side. And what's so fascinating to me is over 60% of her drives are kind of going that way.
Lisa Bluter has had to prepare for it. She said we've seen everything from boxing one to trapping defense, everything you could think of, but it's really difficult to keep Caitlin from getting to the spots on the floor where she wants to be.
Traveled on the give and go there. You got a 2-point basketball game. Ohio State, notice that they're patient in this offense. McMahon finds herself under the basket and she's pumped up.
And when I look at that group, Zora, the first word that comes to mind, nightmares for opposing coaches, because they stayed up all night trying to think of how to slow those players down. And yeah, it's tough to do. I mean, they're just a bucket.
Ohio State 14-3 on the season, only one loss in conference play. Number 0, Madison Green, leading the charge offensively. She provides a different pace of play than J.C. Sheldon. Ricky Harris has a couple threes already.
Defensive change out of the timeout by Lisa Bluter, going to a zone, again challenging the three-point shooting of Ohio State. Ricky Harris has answered the call early.
Clark already has a couple. Make it 3. 3 triples for 22. Okay, so going from deep is working for both sides right now.
It is, and we know that about Iowa because that's where they've had success this season. 10 threes made per game in the regular season, 12 in Big Ten play. But Zora, Cotie McMahon has had something to say. Tracks the attention that gets her to the free throw line, is able to finish through contact. Great balance, great agility, just an outstanding all-around athlete.
Big body move there by Cotie McMahon. She's the first player to double figures.
So she's able to get herself to the free throw line.
There's already been 3 ties in this game, 2 different lead changes, and we were just in the first quarter. Clark gets them both. As Sheldon from the corner, just off. And Iowa loves to run in transition. Caitlin Clark will find you. Molly Davis, and one opportunity
to find that spot where she can get them the ball for an easy delivery.
Caitlin Clark's teammates will say, she finds me. Now Iowa back up by 2. Here goes Theory, down to Parks. Offensive foul, letting the referees know how they feel.
Got to get there and get established as a legal defender.
Okay, that's deep. Rebound by Parks. Buckeyes. Green, attack mode. Sheldon trying to keep it together.
Gets the foul call on Caitlin Clark.
Taylor Theory leading all rebounders so far in this basketball game.
I mentioned her basketball IQ. Well, her shot selection is outstanding. We need more shots to go up.
Clark finds Stolke. Oh, met at the rim by Parks. I have not recovered from that yet, but the Buckeyes have to play on. It showed on that possession. They get nothing. And you have got to get back on defense if you're playing Iowa. Caitlin Clark and Stolke convert.
Especially if you're not going to come with a press. I mean, there should be no reason you can't get back down the floor.
Buckeyes trying to get something going.
Every coach loves a post that's a great rim runner, and at 6'2", Stolke can do that. And Lisa Bluter has said, we didn't know if we were going to play her at the 4 or the 5, but 5s that are not as quick as she is getting up the floor.
Caitlin Clark holding it up here, surveying what her next move will be. She has time to work. And a foul call.
You cannot displace the person with the ball, right? You can't change their speed, their movement, their direction with your contact. But if those things don't happen, I'm okay with it.
Miscommunication, but Theory finds it. Rebound to a falter. So that's how the first period will end, a 2-point basketball game.
She had some success the last time these two teams met, which was in the final for the Big Ten Conference Championship last year. So I'm sure that's sticking with her. But she has struggled overall this season in the big scheme of things. And your sophomore year is hard because everyone has tape on you. They know what you like to do, but she's starting to adjust, practicing well. So her best basketball, they hope, is ahead of her this year.
Kevin McGuff says the team is better when she is aggressive just like that.
And then Kate Martin telling her team to attack, attack, attack.
No surprise that Kate Martin was one of the main voices in that huddle. She's known as the glue. It's number 20 on Iowa. 6-year senior Caitlin Clark begged her to come back and finish this thing out, see where the journey takes her.
She's been an important aspect of Iowa's consistency because they lost 2 big pieces with Warnock and Cesano, so they were going to have to fill in 2 spots already. And if you had lost Kate Martin, that would have been a lot of changes from your championship run.
Kate Martin, 1 of 3 double-digit scores for the Hawkeyes. 2-point game. Theory needs to shoot more because of her averages from the field, over 60%. She knocks down that one from the outside.
And 42% from long range.
Caitlin Clark, 4th all-time in Division I scoring. She was in the building for Pat Summitt's last game when she coached, and it happened to be against Baylor and Brittany Griner, and she was in awe. And so the fact that she is on a list with those people, she just can't believe it. Yeah. The humbleness.
Theory with the bucket there, but you're right, Zora. Brittany Griner in that top 5. That was 2012, so Clark was, what, 10 years old? I know. Watching the greats like the Pat Summits and the Brittany Griners. She said she was in awe.
Sheldon can't get that to go. Has not found success from the field yet. Meantime, Molly Davis wastes no time. They're met by 2. McMahon puts it up. Tries to get her own rebound and saves it in. Ohio State has been really positive on the offensive glass so far, getting second chance opportunities. No call on that McMahon move. Iowa on the run again. Clark finds Marshall, little pump fake. Caitlin to the rim. And remember, Celeste Taylor had to be smart there because she already has 2 fouls. She's back in the basketball game. Iowa in the middle of a 6-0 run. The Buckeyes trying to get this crowd back into. Remember, it's a sold-out crowd here. Over 18,000 fans, but rather quiet at this moment. Taylor knocks it down, and everyone gets off their feet. The Buckeyes trying to get this crowd back into. Remember, it's a sold-out crowd here. Over 18,000 fans, but rather quiet at this moment. Taylor knocks it down, and everyone gets off their feet.
Iowa has struggled to get out to the corner 3. We've seen about 3 or 4 different players hit a 3 for Ohio State from that very spot, and that's what the zone opens up.
You have to recognize some of the weak points in the zone. Caitlin Clark to pick your poison against the Hawkeyes. Theory down to Mikolashikova, does not convert. Caitlin is eyeing someone. She gets it to Davis. Martin sets her feet. And Ohio State has got to get its offense going. Get into it quicker in the shot clock. Here's McMahon. She's had the hot hand so far, especially from down low.
They are really working on that left side of the court. They need to get the ball reversed, but a beautiful take there. It's very nimble. She has good footwork for her size.
Here comes Sydney Fulter downhill.
I would like to see Ohio State attack here. Don't allow Iowa to set up in their half-court defense because it's been tough for them to get looks in the half-court in recent possessions.
Cotie McMahon taking a Fulter one-on-one. Sheldon gets her first bucket. J.C. Sheldon started the game 0 for 4 from the field, but that never stopped her. Against Maryland on Wednesday, she started slow but finished with 10 points and some really key buckets down the stretch.
4th in Big Ten in scoring and 17 points per game. They are a need for her to get going. And speaking of getting going, Kate Martin.
2 threes on the afternoon for Kate Martin. Sheldon has seen a couple go through the net.
I love J.C. Sheldon.
Number 2 in the Big Ten in steals and then leads this Buckeye team in scoring. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Martin draws contact.
And you see how much space there is on the backside of that zone?
Yep.
Ohio State's got to get to that short corner. They can't play at the top, the umbrella, as I would call it, against this defense, or you're not going to get good shots. That's a good touch down low. That's one of the Achilles heels, if you will, of Ohio State. Not a great free throw shooting team. McMahon missed a couple early.
She is in love with the Grinch. If you follow this team, you know that. And that's why she's got the green Coties on.
Those are sweet. A little Grinch attitude, you know?
Very much so. In all the right ways.
Yeah.
Clark thought about that three. Got it to Davis. The runner's good. The touch from Molly Davis. Lead back to 3 for Iowa. Green has a lot of time. You see that box out from A.J. Ettinger? Oh, but Theory takes it away.
And that was actually good initial offense for Ohio State.
The quick step by Caitlin Clark.
Clark will go to the free throw line.
Well, and that's J.C. Sheldon's second foul. An impactful player. Has multiple fouls. It happens. Meantime, Ohio State has to take advantage of these last few possessions. J.C. Sheldon, wind down just a little bit and dazzle you right at the buzzer. She pushes off Harris, no call, she'll pull. And Parks, bodying down low. Loose ball foul. Sheldon has had the hot hand recently. Harris misses. And so at the end of the half, we're in Columbus, Buckeye territory. I'm at the hotel, and there's people with 22 jerseys on. I say, aren't you from Ohio State? Yeah, but today we're rooting for Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes. Isis Young, what you got for us?
Well, I caught up with Coach McGuff at the end of that half as Caitlin just made a sweet dime, but not able to finish inside. But he said his team really needs to focus on transition defense. He was upset that the Hawkeyes scored 12 points in transition that first half. And then a positive note, Cotie McMahon. He loved the fact that she was aggressive, but under control in the first half. 12 points for her.
Trusts his players to stay in through it. The handoff to Clark. She's eyeing it. Puts it in. I've covered a number of Caitlin Clark games at this point. I can tell when she's hunting for that three and she sees an opportunity coming.
Okay, Zora, got your basketball out. I hear you. Your predictions?
Hey, I don't know. I just sensed it in her eyes. Celeste Taylor right back at it.
Attack off of your defense. Get out and run.
There's so much opportunity in transition. Caitlin Clark needs no space. 51-46. She has 5 threes, 26 points. Mikulášová trying to use the footwork, rattles it in. Clark gets it down to Stolke, gets her own rebound. She's fighting for it. Missed a couple chippies, but Molly Davis is doing it. We've seen a couple of those floaters from her. Sheldon, nice stop and pop there.
And that was not an easy bucket.
Caitlin just loses it. Harris gets it up to Sheldon. You know she can go quickly. Caitlin to O'Grady. She will go to the free throw line. 6'3". Creates a nice target for Clark underneath the basket. Converts on the three-point play. 4-point basketball game. And we were talking during the break about the foul trouble that Ohio State has to navigate right now. J.C. Sheldon has 3 fouls. Celeste Taylor has 4. Theory has 4. Celeste Taylor has 3, right? Yes. Here comes Green.
Theory, Celeste Taylor are going to have to maybe spend more minutes on the bench than you would like. So they got to have some other players step up.
Here's Iowa taking its time on this possession. Remember, Clark has 26 points. She gets it down to O'Grady.
She's been really impressive. And Iowa does have some depth at that 5 position when they need it.
Iowa winning that one handedly. So, of course, Ohio State trying to get some revenge on the Hawkeyes.
You just mentioned O'Grady and the impact that she has had. How about the defensive stop here?
Sydney Fulter, Cotie McMahon just picked up her 3rd. And you notice Celeste Taylor coming back into the basketball game. She has 3. Knocks down the first one, coming off the bench. Averages 6.6 rebounds. Lisa Bluta calls her a dog. Quick inbound to Taylor. That's shoemate. That's That's what she can do. Kevin McGuff said that Shoemate can come in and knock down a shot for you. Playing her role. Second chance opportunity for the Hawkeyes. O'Grady all off on that one. Sheldon leads the charge here.
Better defense on O'Grady on that back side of the defense.
Direction from Taylor, trying to get this Ohio State offense in motion. Sheldon bobbles it. She's in duress. Emma Shoemate again. 2 threes quickly. Talk about a spark off the bench. Emma Shoemate. Caitlin Clark asking for the screen. Trying to get around Ricky Harris. Gets it right back from O'Grady. Here's Molly Davis. And the patience from Iowa. Good to great on that one. Here comes Mikulashikova. Little fade away. Off the rim. No, Iowa wastes no time getting out in transition. Pull up by Clark. A falter. No good. And McMahon tries to make it a one-woman break. A little sloppy play right now. Iowa converts. Sydney Falter goes to the free throw line.
And don't blink.
Who did their off-season conditioning? You will get exposed in this one. Sheldon trying to make something happen. Mikulashikova, she can knock it down from out there. That one's just off. Iowa in no rush. Has a 7-point lead, less than 30 to go here in the third. Taylor on Clark. Clark communicating. Caitlin, 26 points, 5 threes. Off the screen, looking for the open player to Stolke. So at the end of the third, Iowa extending its lead to 7.
Breaking an attendance record or sellout. That is just wow. Caitlin Clark understanding how she's growing the game. She talks about it all the time. Her popularity is through the roof. And another shot to boot goes down for 22.
6 threes for Caitlin Taylor. Looked at the rim. Shot clock less than 5. Mikulashikova. It's hauled in by Stolke. Got the normal starters on the floor for Iowa. Kate Martin playing with those 4 fouls. She's number 20. Davis trying to set up Clark. Give and go opportunity. Davis keeps it. Her bread and butter. She's found that swag with that floater. So much talent in this league. Cotie McMahon, count it. The Buckeyes have 8:37 to get some work done here. A 10-point basketball game. They have been led offensively by that woman right there, Cotie McMahon.
And McMahon's done some things well defensively as well. Keeping in mind she had to step in and guard Caitlin Clark with all this foul trouble and got some momentum there.
Clark, the dunk down to Stolke.
You got to pick your poison, right? And that's why she's dangerous. Number 1 in scoring, she can do it there. Number 2 in the nation in assists, she can do it all.
Cotie McMahon, Clark, just off the Stolke screen. This time she goes to Marshall, the shooter. Score stays the same, 72-63. Under 8 to go. 2 ranked teams, number 2, number 18. Ohio State just 1 loss in conference play. J.C. Sheldon all alone at the rim.
Sheldon finding another gear. Good explosion. As the national championship head coach, gold medal head coach of our USA team. He's actually won a couple of Big Ten Coach of the Year honors when she was the head coach here at Ohio State. Just a trailblazer, a pioneer, and just what a record for Tara Vanderveer. I mean, when you say her name, you think excellence.
All the flowers she coached here at Ohio State from 1980 to 85. The Buckeyes right now trying to get back in this basketball game. Led by Sheldon on that one. Someone's got to get up on Clark. Oh, threads the needle, tries to O'Grady. Picked up and quickly the other way. J.C. Sheldon putting the team on her back. 8-0 Buckeye run. Intensity has picked up here in Columbus. Marshall, pump fake, drive and kick to Davis. And it seems like every time Ohio State goes on a run, Iowa just remains poised and responds on the other end. McMahon weaving.
But he also highlighted the ball needed to go to J.C. Sheldon more. Felt like McMahon was doing a lot of the work.
Is a leader on this team. When she puts the bucket in,
I mean, the Hawkeyes average over 90 points per game, and here they are in the 70s, almost crunch time. Another turnover. Cotie McMahon, full speed ahead to Taylor. Teams are battling. McMahon, second chance opportunity.
you're Ohio State. You've been doing an excellent job on the defensive end. Get another stop. Get it going the other way. This crowd is starting to liven up.
Curling Clark. Celeste Taylor now playing with 4 fouls, as well as Taylor Theory. Count it, another 30-piece for Caitlin Clark.
Don't be afraid to let the shot clock run down to find the shot that you want.
One possession game. McMahon, okay. Look at those long strides.
Check the footwork, Zora.
She's open. Let's go.
Footwork.
1-point game. These two teams have not played yet this season. Somehow Clark finds Stolke.
Right here, that's where McMahon might just have to let that go. And Stolke was almost under the basket, too.
Cotie McMahon has been so impactful, but remember, she's just a sophomore. One of the lone underclassmen. Stolke misses them both. Remains a 1-point game, under 4 to go. We are in clutch time here in Columbus. Sheldon. Taylor thought about it, takes it all the way to the hoop. Lead Ohio State, but Caitlin in and out on that one. Sheldon slowing it down. Celeste Taylor to Sheldon.
We're back in that zone, but Ohio State has been attacking it.
The reverse just off for Theory. Iowa has a chance to take the lead back. Caitlin Clark does. And Ohio State has gotten better with getting it to the middle, but it's tipped away and turned over.
You gotta be sure of your passes. Fake a pass to make a pass.
Caitlin gets underneath, flips it up. Under 3, 2:30. Caitlin almost stole it away. Here's Theory, tips it in. But the whistle was before that.
Original starting lineup just made a substitution, so Harris is actually in there.
Hannah Stolke just went to the bench for Iowa. She has 4 personals. Caitlin Clark taking her time. Gets all the way to the rim.
But she can get to the cup, and she's 6 foot tall.
Caitlin has taken 12 free throws. Buckeyes down by 3. They had time to set up a play. Iowa still in this defense. They go to McMahon. She's been doing it all afternoon. Gets her own rebound. Pumped up Cotie McMahon. Ohio State keeps coming. Misses that free throw. This is going back to the driveway. She pitches it to Marshall. Martin, this would be a big shot. Here we go. Approaching 30 seconds. Ohio State down by 1. Kevin McGuff not calling a timeout. McMahon has been hot. 10 to go on the shot clock. Taylor! Oh! Off balance! 16 seconds left. Caitlin has been the hero before. Doesn't go for the outside, but inside. Stolke holds the rebound, and she's fouled. The free throw line has been a place that Hannah Stolke has really wanted to improve. She misses the first one, still has an opportunity to tie. Tie basketball game. No timeouts left for the Buckeyes. Sheldon keeping it for the win. Time will expire. We've got overtime on our hands. I'm standing up. Overtime in Columbus, tied at 83. We begin again from the center circle. Remember, fouls stay. So you've got Theory with 4, Celeste Taylor with 4, McMahon with 4. Kate Martin and Hannah Stolke have 4 fouls as well. They go to Mikolashikova. Taken down by Theory. And a kick ball is called.
Theory unable to corral the offensive rebound.
Caitlin for the 7-3. That's off the back iron. Score stays the same. So both teams can't find the bucket in their opening possession.
And those are shots that Caitlin Clark takes and makes. Do not adjust your television.
They go to McMahon. She's been bodying all day long.
No answer. This matchup between Caitlin Clark and Celeste Taylor has given us some really exciting moments for various reasons this afternoon, Zora.
Iowa being patient, blocked by Mikolashikova. Here comes Theory. Keeps it for herself.
We probably haven't given her the credit that she's deserved. She has helped out down low on drives. She's been there to contest and rebound. She's played with a ton of toughness.
Taylor just loses her footing. Remains with Ohio State. 2-point game. McMahon. Hannah Stolke gets called with her 5th foul. Cotie has 2. Rattles the first one in. And that was the 13th free throw that she's taken. Has a double-double too. So 3-point game. A couple minutes have gone by in this overtime. Clark has gotten her way to the rim time and time again.
Ohio State may have to take some risks there on plays like that.
One-point game. Ohio State lead. Footwork. Cotie McMahon. 30 of them things.
Look at this long stride to the bucket. That's what you're taught in the post. She traditionally would play like a wing spot, but she has the low block moves like a center, like a power forward, and the body to go along with it.
Shot clock keeps ticking. Caitlin, 40-piece. The 11th of her career. Once again, we're at a 1-point game. Sheldon will try to extend the Ohio State lead. She does. You know who Iowa wants to go to. Clark from deep.
And you wonder what her legs are like late in the game like that. The further like this, the further out she is taking some of those threes. Does she have the leg strength to connect? We've seen her do it before, Zora.
Ohio State right now in no rush. Sheldon trying to set something up. Remember, Celeste Taylor had that big shot at end of regulation. Mikolashikova holding the follow-through. That's big time. Clark with some pace. If that's Taylor Theory, she is now out. Clark forcing the foul.
Didn't close out quick enough. If they can close this out.
There's been some big shots. Mikolashikova 3, the Celeste Taylor jumper. They're going to the hot hand though. Cotie McMahon through everyone. Iowa has to get to it quickly. Caitlin trying to go to her left. They give her the drive. Kate Martin, no good. Cotie McMahon, who else? And now the foul game.
Making those late plays, not necessarily as comfortable in those positions.
Well, they haven't had a lot of opportunities to do so. You notice Caitlin Clark trying to get to her left, but then the shot went up via Kate Martin. Sheldon extends the lead to 7, make it 8. Inbound to Clark. There's a foul immediately. Just 1 second went by. Free throws today for Caitlin Clark. Sheldon fouled.
Their experience, their cohesiveness, and it paid off for them on the defensive end. The collapses, the disruptions. Celeste Taylor was brilliant. J.C. Sheldon, everyone did their part. And I think that gamble, that rotation was really important to how this game is going at this moment for Ohio State and the fact that they were able to take the lead.
Clark quickly, she has to go that way. That one hits nothing. Lisa Bluter saying don't foul. J.C. Sheldon dribbling it out. Shot clock is off. Big time performances. Sheldon and McMahon embracing. They put it all on the line today. This Ohio State Buckeye team